crux of the point. The tangible action is zero at this point. The in-house committee report, if it doesn't allow you to file an FIR, what is the worth of this report? If it can't make the judge resign, you're actually giving the judge an opportunity to either resign or to take voluntary retirement. It is almost as if there is a Lucknowi tehzeeb going on here, ke Huzur, jana chahenge ke nahi jana chahenge. Is that something that really can happen in a case of this kind, Karuna Nandi? And the question that really begs an answer, because this is the judiciary, there is the need for perception as well as confidence of the people in the judiciary. Now here is a case where three brother judges from different high courts, their chief justices, are sitting in a committee. They found a lie being stated, which is the lie of that there was no cash. The lie, where did it come from? It came from Justice Varma. The second thing it rules that, can he explain the cash? He cannot explain the cash. He denies the fact that his family or staff were present, but it gets rejected. That turns out to be a lie again, because the committee says people from his household and people from his staff were present there. Then there is the situation of he doesn't know where the cash went, when again it is proved that it was removed by the staff, and there is the 230-second phone call on the early hours of 15th morning, which raises the doubt that was this done with the explicit instructions from Justice Varma. All these lies, coupled with the fact that there is a conspiracy which he doesn't complain against, there is a transfer which he doesn't complain against. Is there still truth that we are looking for and zero action in this case? What does this really show to the people of India?
I think the reason that this case is unfortunate is because there is a cloud over, and a very serious cloud, over a member of the judiciary, which has not been resolved as yet. As Justice Dhingra was saying, there is a report of this inquiry committee that you have had access to, but none of us have seen. And we are the lawyers on this panel, right? Ideally, this report, as you said earlier, would have been released. There was a very salutary move by Chief Justice Khanna, and a very unprecedented move, in swiftly putting together an inquiry committee of judges that he would not know. You're right, brother judges, and you're right about that, but judges that he would not know from unrelated high courts, right? That investigation should have revealed some kind of truth that was then made public. I think the reason I say that this was a very salutary move by Chief Justice Khanna is because such a sort of probe committee quite similar to this would have kicked in had the impeachment process begun. So he's getting a move on that, and he is putting together his own committee and making sure that there is a probe and there is a swift enough probe. But where are we today? We have a situation on the one hand where you are telling us that this inquiry report finds all these things like the fact that Justice Varma was lying, they say, the fact that the daughter made a statement, was panicked, retracted it. Now, we don't know whether that's true or not, but they reject that. But on the other hand, it appears to me, because I saw the extract, I was very carefully trying to read the extract that you were putting out, because I don't have the inquiry report in front of me. And the extract seemed to say that the burden of proof has reversed. It seems to say this in very explicit terms. Cash was found, he can't explain the cash. Now, say cash is planted in your or my house, right? And it's not my cash, I can't explain the cash. The earlier report, the report that we did have access to, said that it was an outhouse, that not just the family, that all sorts of people had access to it, that there was staff, there was PWD officials, and these official residences, to the extent I know, have police everywhere. Apparently it was near the staff quarters, and there's now some doubt being shed on whether it was a staff member of his or whether it was Justice Varma himself. Now, the thing is that the question is toxic in and of itself. Because once you have a legitimate cloud, and it's a perfectly legitimate cloud, over a member of the judiciary, there has to be a conclusion. So therefore, I think this inquiry report absolutely has to be made public. And if that inquiry report shows, which it seems that the members of the journalist community, including you, believe that it is robust enough to cast very, very serious doubt, and Chief Justice Khanna has recommended impeachment, right? It should be made public. Once the impeachment process begins, there is also an opportunity to respond. There is a probe committee that is set up, questions are put, and it's not that, once the government moves for impeachment that it's all over. Let the probe be public. Let his response be public. Let us see what is going on, because for justice to be done in this case is very, very important. Now, the reason that, I think Mr. Lekhi was saying that if it was in your or my house, immediately there would be an FIR. That's absolutely right, Mr. Lekhi. But I do, and I agree with you, that nobody is above the law. And everyone should have to face a very robust process when there is this kind of allegation and when it's backed up by, burnt cash, right? But at the same time, I will say this, that the reason that judges are protected by a separate process is because every single day they are called upon to make decisions against or for, in favor of, the largest litigant in the courts, which is the government. They are called upon to make decisions against the mafia, big mafia dons. They are called upon to make decisions against all manner of powerful people, while